So you don't need a ruler, just your eye, a pencil and a scrap of paper. And today we're going to draw ellipses and get proportions right, completely freehand. I'm Michael, and today we're drawing two simple objects. I'll guide you step by step through how to measure with your eye and a scrap of paper to absolutely get the proportions and the shape of the ellipses correct. It'll be completely freehand. So let's dive in. So in this first example, we're drawing a glass, and we're just drawing the bottom ellipse there and the top ellipse and the side, and we're going to see how tall the glass is and how wrong we might be and how we can fix it up. So looking at the glass, I've got two lines marking the top ellipse and the bottom ellipse, and we start off with the base. Just mark off the base and see how many times it fits vertically. So there's one, and there's two to the lower part of that ellipse, just approximately, and another third, about approximately a third, I'd say so. So now we know the proportions of the model. We'll check out the proportions of the one I've drawn, and we note that it's a bit short. So that's quite a simple matter to repair, and you'd need to do that anyway. Then we have the top ellipse is slightly wider than the bottom ellipse, and you just simply take a vertical from the top line, and you just see that it's just a little bit bigger. So there we are. You see how that just comes out just a little, well, it's just a little bit out. So we'll try and draw a good version of this now. Get the ellipse right, and the bottom ellipse is always wider than the top ellipse because it's typical of an object that you're looking at, a cylinder. If you hold it up to eye level, it's completely just a line, but the further down you go, the more you're looking into the glass or the object where you have the ellipse. So there we'll measure off 1, 2, and about a third. Right, so that gives us the height now. I'm just drawing a vertical just to get myself in the position, and now I'll go out a bit. There we are. We've got the exact proportions, well, I shouldn't say exact, but near enough proportions of the glass in the image. And I'll just darken the lines now. And refine the ellipses. And of course the glass has got a thick bottom, so it'll be up a little bit as well. Drawing a vertical line is always helpful, especially with something symmetrical like this. And just refining the proportions of that top ellipse. So the unit of measure in this object is the base width. So once you've got that, you're right. You just enjoy the drawing then. Once you've proceeded into establishing the proportions, then you can enjoy it. But until you get that right, you can't relax. You've got to get it right. Now, glass is a tricky substance. It's you can see completely through it. It's translucent, and you've got things behind it, and reflections and so forth. But it's fun when you get it. I'll just suggest a few pencils or whatnot behind that glass. Notice how the paper going across it is distorted a bit when it reaches the roundness of the glass, so that it's really if you can get a few of those distortion lines going, you're really doing well. So even though it's translucent, there's quite a lot going on in that in the texture of that glass. We can see all sorts of highlights. There's two main highlights, and they tell you which direction the light is coming from. And you continue to refine the object. Now there's a shadow being formed. It's just a light shadow, but it's still, it tells us about that light too. And the shadow can be seen through the glass. Now here we've got a Japanese teacup, and we measure the base. Once again, the base is the unit of measure, and we see that the base vertically is about just around just under two lengths of the base. Now, what I like to do with this sort of object, where you've got a pretty wide unit, is I draw vertical lines from that base, and that just shows you, it's an indication of where how wide it is. And the unit of measure is about 2 1/3, I think, just about that. You don't have to be too mathematical about it, but it helps you just to get it, pretty well close to what it's doing. But you can see those vertical lines now. So you can see that's the base, is the unit of measure, and taking those vertical lines up through the approximate length of that, or width rather, of that ellipse, it tells you how much bigger the one above it is. So you can see it there, you can see that so that width is it's quite large. So that helps us to establish the proportions of the teacup and get it right. And drawing a centre line is useful too. Now, let me make it clear, drawing isn't all mathematical proportions or anything like that. It's got to be enjoyable, and don't get too hung up on this sort of thing. But it helps to, if you know the relative proportions of something. But enjoy. Try to see the kind of curvature of the side of the cup, for example. Now, in the larger one that I'm drawing, you just draw the base, draw the verticals straight up, and that gives you an approximate size, and then you can double check to get it right later on. And just draw the ellipse. And draw with light lines, of course, while you're at this planning stage, as it were. You draw with light lines, and you and don't rub it out, and just draw over it until you get it right. So we've really come into it now. We can enjoy it very much so. And I know we've got this right, so it's a great feeling now, and you're just enjoying the drawing, and I'm enjoying it with you. To know you can do this is very freeing, and you have you get lots of really good feeling out of this sort of knowledge. So just learn these basic proportions. Please check out my my channel, Michael Coxon Art. It's got lots of videos which I think will be helpful for you, and as you enjoy the drawing, I hope you'll find other videos which will be just as enjoyable. So I hope this was helpful for you. Thank you for watching. It's really nice to get this. I've been drawing for years, but it's still a thrill to get it right and just to proceed on. So please like and subscribe to my channel, and please leave a comment or something like that. And share it with your friends too. Just adding a little bit of highlight there, just to try and enhance it a bit. But it's much better to draw lots and lots of drawings than to try and draw one finished drawing. You'll learn a lot by drawing over and over and over and solving the problem again and again. And it'll always thrill you. You know, this little teacup really thrilled me, I must say. So, you know, there's a lot to be said for this kind of art. So thank you so much for watching. Bye for now and see you in the next video.